Alright, so here we have Bitcoin on the 1 hour on Bybit. As you can see, we have broke below all major moving averages. We got rejected from the 100. Um, and we are below the POC point of control in the VPVR. So we are heading down to the bottom of the range. We are deep in the bearish control zone. We are testing the signal line as of now. Looks like we're trying to get a resumption down, but we'll see. We could go a little bit lower. MACD below the signal line, got a rejection from the MACD line, got a rejection from the signal line. Negative momentum is waning a bit on the histogram, so we'll find out as your vol expands. As you see, your BBWP is working its way up to the moving average. So bullish case is that what I think is going to happen, I think we come down to the bottom of this range, possibly get a wick lower, liquidate everybody that has their stop losses right under this range, and resume up. And basically what needs to happen is we need to get back above the POC point of control and the 50 EMA. If that happens, I would expect us to get a minor rejection from the 100 around this last high, but if we can get back above this last high, I do think we will break the top of the range and work our way up to 22K. If we can break 22K, I think 25 to 28 is the next stop. That would also imply the MACD line crossing the signal line and the histogram starting to print dark green bars. Also, that would imply that we get up to the top of the bearish control zone, possibly break out when we hit 22 as your vol gets above the moving average. Bearish case is that we break the bottom of this range and come down to this purple zone at 19K. Now, if we break 19K, I think the next stop is 15 to 16K. And I mean, it's pretty clear cut right now. Break the bottom of the range, 16K. I think we would go to 16K. If we can break the 50 and the POC point of control on the VPVR, I think we go to the top of the range and break out this time. So let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord, a lot of great conversations about crypto and investing. On Ethereum here, we did just get the cross of the 200 by the 21. Your moving averages are starting to look pretty bearish. I do think we're coming down to the bottom of this range at 1K. Well, let's see. 1,000, basically 1,090 is what I'd be looking at. We are finding support on the POC point of control in the VPVR, deep in the bearish control zone. MACD line is below the signal line, and your negative momentum looks like it's starting to decrease. We are going to find support here. Basically, you have this diagonal trend line. Well, looks like you could have broke below it, actually. Let's find out. Now, we are finding support on this diagonal trend line at the moment on the MACD. We need to get back above 1127 to starting to rise above. We need to get back above 1162 in order to cross the signal line to the upside. On the RSI, we need to get back above 1128 in order to cross the signal line to the upside. Bullish case is that we get back above this 50. We need to get back above this 50 at 1,180 in order to come up to the top of the range. I would expect a minor rejection from the top of the range. But if we can break the range, I think the next stop is 1,500 coming from 1268. That would also imply that we work our way up to the top of the bearish control zone, crossing that signal line on the RSI and the MACD as your vol expands. As you see, your BBWP is working its way up to the moving average. So I really don't think we're going to consolidate from here. I think we're either headed down to the bottom of the range to break it. We're going to head down to the bottom of the range and bounce off. Honestly, I think we bounce off the 1087 region. That's what I'm looking at right now. If we do break that, I think next stop is 1000. and then come back to it. If we break 1,000, next stop is 650. That's what I'm looking at right now for Ethereum. Let's move on to Solana. All right, so quick update on Solana. Looking pretty bearish right now. I do think we come a little bit lower, possibly down to these lows at 33.50, deep in the bearish control zone. MACD looks like it's going to try to get a fresh cross to the upside. So we could have a bounce here. Could have a bounce either up to the 21 or this purple box right here. Possibly get a wick up to the purple box, maybe the 50, and then come back to it. Your vol is very low. As you see, your BBWP far below the moving average and riding that dark blue line. Bullish case is that we break the purple zone and head back up to the red zone at about $39. Bearish case is that we break these last lows at $33.70. I would expect this to come all the way back down to $29. So those are my thoughts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. If you guys like this video, once again, like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.